What's going on, everyone? Badger here. Show to like and sub, and let's get into this. Right now, the big competition is going to be between Fantastic Four and Superman. Superman has like 30 million views on the trailer, and Fantastic Four, as of this morning, has 20 million. So definitely the interest always going to be more on the Fantastic Four side. Either way, if Superman doesn't succeed, yeah, you might see Supergirl and Lanterns, but then you're not going to see much of a DCU by way of Warner Brothers because they just can't afford it, and they got all their money wrapped up in Harry Potter. Marvel, on the other hand, yes, the future of its universe does somewhat hinge on Fantastic Four's success, but you will still see more movies even if these fail, and it seems like that's a high possibility because the first test screenings have been shown, and apparently it was described as mid. And I don't think there's a single person reading this that is shocked or surprised by hearing that, because just based on the trailers, everyone's like, looks mid. Talk about that a little bit. New report claiming Fantastic Four First Steps films being described as mediocre following a recent test screening. So first from Jeff Snyder at the Insnyder shared that a source informed him that the movie is not that bad, but not that good either. Honestly, similar to what we heard some people say about Superman. This is not bad, it's just not that great. Snyder's source was not the only one to indicate that the film is mediocre, with Cryptic HD Quality saying that hearing it's okay, not bad, it's good. So, yeah, when you want your tentpole first family thing that's supposed to be launching and all that, just hearing that, well, it's all right. That's not what you want. You should have unbridled enthusiasm. So here we got another one from Indulge Express sharing specifically the report that the Los Angeles screening noting that it was mixed. Specifically, the report noted that the film had a noticeable lack of character development, even though these have been fully developed characters in the comics for decades. A noticeable lack of character development and missed chances to delve into this family's team dynamics, which we've said they just have no chemistry together. Outlet saying that while the film captures a gripping tone and offers moments of spectacle, it lacks emotional depth, fleshed out and fully fleshed out character dynamics. The viewer also took issue with shockingly, the viewer also took issue with Pedro Pascal's performances, describing it as a bit flat.
I almost used the F word.
And that Reed Richards' stretching powers were disappointing and weak, which was exactly the concern. The thing was reportedly emotionally lacking, even though he should be one of the most, it's clobbering time, whatever. Reported emotionally lacking, while Sue Storm and Johnny Storm, as described as the best of the four. The one aspect of the film that did stand out was Galactus. We are hearing that several times, that he's the takeaway from the whole thing. Stole the show. One viewer shared that he has an incredible sense of scale, and he looks like he was ripped straight from the comics. Finally, Outlet noting that the film had unfinished visual effects and CGI. So that's to be a fair point to them. If they found the stretching shit disappointing and weak, the CGI wasn't finished. They were unfinished visual effects. But the performances and all that, that's not going to change. So that's probably exactly what you're expecting, because that's what's been conveyed every time we've seen them in a trailer. Just a mid movie with a lackluster Pedro. On top of these reactions from the test screening, one of Snyder's industry sources who did not attend the test screening, so this is apparently word of mouth on their part, so as most of this is, described the film as a mess and a huge problem movie. And we're already hearing Bob Iger not happy with the way his movies look in 2026 for Disney, even though he's one of the reasons that created that. Scooper and commenter Grace Randolph. He vetoed.
He vetoed.
She believes that Marvel is a little bit nervous about the film. Randolph saying similar sentiments to Snyder and Cryptic and Indulge Express regarding the test screening. So multiple, unless they're all just lying about this test screening, multiple people now confirming the test screening did take place. She says, I heard that people who saw the screening, they didn't hate it, to be clear, but they didn't love it. And apparently, from what I've heard from a source that I trust, they were pretty vocal at the test screening. I heard that, let's just say that any executives who were at the test screening didn't need to look at the comments card to find out that the audience thought the movie was medium. Let's just put it that way. She even added they might have shouted out mid. One or two people might have said it, and then maybe someone might have heard it. Well, I don't think that's probably they wouldn't do that like an on the lot screening, or maybe. And so yeah, here's Grace Randolph finishing off here. So I've gotten additional reports that for this week's test screen of Fantastic Four, the visual effects were only 25% done. So okay. On the good side, that means the audience didn't see the completed film. On the bad, the movie comes out in 2 months. To clarify, the visual effects were only 25% complete in the print shown. So only 25% were audience ready. However, there's always a chance that other elements are further along. For some reason, they chose not to show them at the screening. So there you go. That's it. Much like Superman, Fantastic Four has had a test screening. Multiple people have reported on it, and all of them found it mid. Not bad, but good. Mid. You know what was not bad, but good? Mid? Thunderbolts. Just saying. So gonna be very interested to see how much this movie makes, especially once word of mouth starts going around. I don't know. You let me know what you think. Either way, make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're gonna do that, thank you. The road to 10,000 continues.
Well, bye.